There we go. There we go. I forgot to turn on my mic, chat. It doesn't work very well when you don't turn it on. Hello, everybody. Hello? Scuffed? Fucking idiot. What do you mean, fucking idiot? What are you talking about? Next uninstall win. Also, Fiber Fund? Fiber Fund would be good. I still gotta, like, figure out what I got so much money I'm gonna have to spend, chat. I have no idea. I feel like I kind of knew I was gonna just, like, keep having to spend money, but I'm like, fuck. God damn it. I gotta spend more money. I gotta go to Tampa tonight. So I have to, like, after this stream, chat, I gotta go to Walmart. I gotta buy, like, you know, one of those, like, bins, those plastic bins you can get at Walmart. I gotta buy one of those, cut a big hole in it, and then, like, duct tape some foam to the, like, the outside of the hole. And then, so I can put the litter box in there, so Moogie, and I can, like, so I need to buy, like, a bin and some puppy pads. I'm gonna have to spend, like, $50 at fucking Walmart after the stream. And then I'm gonna have to spend, like, $20 in gas. Ah, we're gonna see. We might have to sell a gun. We'll see. We might have to see how it goes. I'm just kind of thinking, like, if I just sold that fucking shotgun, I would just have, like, everything I need. I wouldn't have to worry about, like, because I don't know. I don't know if I want to leave Moogie, like, alone for, like, a week. Dom's gonna check on her, so it's not like she'll be alone. And she's been alone for a couple days before, so it's fine. But I'm worried that I'm gonna come home and there's gonna be, like, dried piss all over my floor, because she does the thing where she just doesn't, you know, when a cat goes pee, they kind of angle their butt down. Moogie, sometimes she just doesn't do that, and she just sprays that shit. And so I have to, like, get this bin. The fuck is it? Goddamn, I don't like spending money, chat. Fit check. Fit check. When mommy is gone, Moogie will piss. She probably will. And that's kind of what I'm concerned about. Oh, goddamn. Why does it have to blow out? Why? Why does it have high dynamic range on? Please. Can I fuck with that in the camera settings? Please? Hold on. How do I turn this on? Did I fix it, chat? Did I fix it? Did I actually fix the camera? You're too scuffed, Astra can sue you. No. I'd still do it, but maybe not as bad. I put autofocus on. There's an autofocus on the camera. I wonder if it's gonna work. This whole time, if I had an autofocus, I'd just be so upset. There's a lich fiber in Florida, but you're probably gonna need to check availability or service tech. Yeah, I don't know why people keep talking about getting me fiber. Like, I am 90% sure that my area is not gonna get fiber for like a long time. It's like, I mean, I guess... Here. Let me look up a Florida fiber map. Florida fiber map. Quantum fiber? No. Spectrum fiber? Let me look at this. Let's see if let's see if we have fiber available in our area, chat. I don't think so. I'd be really surprised. Your address provided it already has... Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't want to place an order. I just want to see if fiber's in my area. Ah, fucking goddammit. Internet plans. 1 gig internet. Where's fiber? Spectrum internet gig? What is internet gig? Internet gig. 1 gig internet. I think that's what I pay for. I think that's what I have. But there's no fiber, I don't think. Well, ask Grok. What does Grok have to say? See, chat. We'll see what Grok says on this one. Gig of internet? Fiber is important for digestion. Heck has to pimp out all the other cats in the trailer park. Check your pee-pee. It's still there. Or do you mean my PayPal? I don't have my phone. Where did my phone go? Hold on. Let's see what did Grok say? Grok says Spectrum does offer fiber, but its availability is limited. I don't know if I have fiber. I don't think I might, but I don't know if I do. Chat, I'm gonna be real. I don't know. Oh, let me go grab my phone. Hey, holy shit, thank you, Derek. Thank you so much. You're like, check your pee-pee, and I'm like, it's still there. Thank you, Derek. That does actually help a lot. So, I don't know, hopefully, we'll see. I don't know if I'll have to sell a gun, but we'll see. The thing is, I just don't have like a lot of. I can't stream that much between now and the 1st, and so I'm a little bit like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I don't want to have to like cut it like razor thin. So I almost feel like just selling something would at least make it so I don't have to like be razor thin. But I guess if I really had to, I could wait until like the day of to sell it. I've done that before. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see, chat. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. If you choose scuffed Astra, can see for copyright. Chat, I like tried to play guitar earlier and it hurt like a lot. I like played it and I was like, I don't think I can play guitar until I get my wrist fixed, and I'm upset about it. I'm really upset about it. Why would Derek say to check your PP mint dick? I don't know. Someone comes in here and always wants me to check my butt, see if it's still cute, I guess. I don't know. Something always sucks, they rip you off. Yeah, it does. It really does. But like, if I sold it for like, it's like a $1,600 gun. If I sold it for $900, let's say, which would be kind of a ripoff. If I sold it for $900, I would have like, I would have fucking, whatchamacallit? I would have $900. I could immediately spend, I'd have to spend probably like 400 of that to make sure I cover rent or something. And then I would have like $500 just extra that I could use for anything. Chat, one other thing that's happened recently, the AR gun store still has me pissed. Yeah, I'm not going to that fucking gun store. Fuck those guys, dude. Fuck those guys. These guys suck. Chat. This is, look at what I could get for $60. If I did and I just had like $500 extra, I could just spend $60 and buy this shit. I could just do that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I should probably call the guy who sold me the bike. But I feel like this would be really cool. The double carb setup, the Rebel. I feel like I'd get a little bit more horsepower out of it and it would be like really cool. Well, here's the thing, chat, is I've noticed my bike has a problem. Like, it has an issue. Like, and it's not good. I've got a $2,500 guitar I might sell for $600. Yeah, that sucks, man. But yeah, I get it. I get it. Part of me thinks I should sell the guitars just because, like, I can't play any of them right now. And it's like, I have so much money in guitars, but, like, I don't know. But here's the issue, chat. My bike has like a problem. Like when I try to go over 55 like consistently, it cruises at 55 pretty much no problem. But as soon as I take it to like 65, it's okay for a little bit, but especially if I take it like past 65, it will just cut out. Like the whole engine will just go and it will, I don't know why. I think it's either overfueling or there's some dirty fuel that's gumming up the carb jets or some shit, but it's literally like there's something that's just getting lodged into the jet. So I'll be driving around and then all of a sudden just boom, no power. And it will kind of sputter for a little bit and then it will kind of run down and die. And the only thing I can do about it is I could just pull the clutch, let the engine die, because the engine turns off, like it fully dies, and then I just let the clutch out to bump start it while I'm moving, and then it works. I can get where I'm going, and at lower speeds it seems fine. At anything under 60 miles an hour is generally okay, but as soon as you go past that, it's not happy. It is not having a fun time. Fuel lines are filter gunked up. I don't think it's the filter. I mean, it could be the filter, but if it was the filter, I feel like it would feel more like an out of fuel kind of situation, right? Because if you're out of fuel, then you kind of slowly sputter down. But you have fuel in your carbs, right? Your carbs have bowls, and they have fuel that's in them. That's why, like, if you forget to turn on the fuel to your carb before you start moving, you'll get down the block before you run out of fuel. But you will run out of fuel. But if there was just like a clogged fuel filter, ideally that bowl should like act as a capacitor, and it won't immediately cut off the fuel to the engine once that happens. What is the part that would break over 65? I don't know if it's something that's it's fuel something. It's fuel. Check underneath the bike. I mean, it's definitely fuel. Could it be the stock carb isn't able to keep up with top speeds? It could be. I don't know what the issue is, right? But it's pretty easy to change a carburetor on these things. They're not that hard. And for $60, like, for $60, I could call the guy I bought it from and be like, hey bro, this is happening. And he'd be like, oh, okay, I'll go get it, and blah, blah, blah. And then I have to spend all this time having him fix it. Or I could just throw on the double carb and potentially get some more power out of it. So maybe I could even get it up to 80 miles an hour or something with this. But, like, I feel like this is not a bad deal. Like, I mean, 40 bucks for a carburetor is pretty fucking good, dude. Literally $60, I could have this thing fixed. I would be sick. I want to do this. But I don't really want to spend $60 right now, especially not after I spent all that money on the Burning Man stuff. So it's like, I'm certainly not going to spend that right now. So, I don't know, chat. I don't know. If I just sold that gun that I've only shot once, I could just cover shit and I would be okay. But I don't know. I also don't really want to sell stuff. You know, it's like Michelle gave me that gun and it means a lot. So I don't really want to. So I won't do it unless I have to. I guess that's what it comes down to. If I don't have enough money to cover rent, I will. But if I do, then I won't. You got the lightning map for Scandinavia. I need a great USP and overcurrent thing. Need about $5 grand insurance on overcurrent thing. What? The lightning map in Scandinavia? You know, Florida's the lightning capital of the world. Does the AFR get to lean at high speeds or rich? I think it's too rich, because it will start to backfire. Like, I can start to hear it backfire before it has a problem. And after it happens, it backfires. Once it turns on, feels like it's over refueling or something. It sort of feels like maybe the choke is on. I think that's what's actually happening, is it's flooding. So I could actually maybe just fix it by taking the carburetor and turning the screw on the carburetor just like that, and that might fix it. But I don't know. And then another thing that happened is I was driving. That happened, and I was driving, and then I slowed down, and then I made a turn after I slowed down at this turn. And then I put it back into first gear while I was going around a corner, which popped up the revs a little bit more than I was expecting. And I don't know if it was because it was overfueled or what or why, but when I fucking let that shit go and she moved, dude, that fucking shit goes. Like, she sounded like a different engine for a sec. It literally was like, oh my god. It went from a little, like a Jetson kind of sound to like this is like a high revving twin engine that's right, like I've got under my feet. I forget that it's actually a pretty competent twin cylinder engine, right? But it really, I don't know if it's just because I was overfueled or whatever, and I just had the right combination to make use of the fuel that I was giving it, but it fucking went, dude. It was like, whoa. Like, it definitely is not that fast that normally, so maybe there's something wrong with it. I don't know. What does Findom mean? I want to be dominated by Finster? I don't know. Lightning equaled your looks. That's what we'd had up north the last 24 hours in Scandinavia. Lol. You're selling guns? I might. Not yet. Not necessarily, Vanna. I'm waiting. I just have to, like, buy shit. And I'm gonna... I just don't want to be, like, I don't want to not buy something that's, like... Like, I'm gonna go after the stream to Walmart to buy this bin, and the puppy pad. So when I put Moogie, I'm gonna put Moogie in my room, and I'm gonna close the door while I'm gone, so that she can have all of the food and all of the water and her own litter box without Puck eating her food. And then she'll just stay in there, and then I'll have Dob come and check up on them every, like, couple days. And that would be totally fine for her. I just don't want her to piss all over the room because she doesn't always hit the litter box, you know what I mean? I think it would be, like, way better to have a little thing, like a little bin over top of the litter box with a hole cut out, so that she could go into the litter box, and then have puppy pads underneath that, so that she did just fucking say, fuck it, I don't care. At least it wouldn't get, like, everywhere in my room. Hello, Cuddle Bear. Special needs cat. She's a special needs cat. And it's like, I could say, oh, I don't need that, so I won't buy it. and then I go and leave Moogie alone for like 5 days, right? She's not, I mean, I guess Dob will check up on her, but I don't want Dob to have to clean up my cat's piss, you know? And I certainly don't want the pee to stay there and like get into the wood. And if Dob doesn't check off, if she pees and Dob doesn't like, if she pees on the floor just after Dob leaves, it could be like a day before it gets cleaned up, which is like, it's just gonna seep into the floor and I'll never get the smell out, and it's just, nah. Moogie the moment Astra leaves. Piss, piss, piss. Really? Astra, sorry for being tardy, that's okay. Astra about to come home to piss sheets. I don't think she'd pee on the bed or anything. She wouldn't purposely pee outside of the litter box. She's a smart cat. She knows, she's not stupid. She just sometimes can't control herself, and it's hard for her to angle her butt down towards the litter box. You know what I mean? And then not get it all over everything. So I'm just gonna have to buy that, and I'm gonna hope I'm gonna buy it, and I'm just gonna hope that. And I'm gonna spend money on things that I need, and I'm not gonna worry about it. And if I get to the first and I don't have enough money for rent, then I'll sell a gun. And if I don't, then we're good. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, chat. We'll see how it goes. We'll know in a little bit. But I leave in like a week, chat. So I don't really have that much time. I don't really have that much time, as it turns out. My dog is basically baby Jesus. Every time I see baby Jesus, I just think of Jeremy Clarkson, just baby Jesus. Fit check, I'll do a fit check in a second. Moogie's a passive-aggressive pisser like Purity's cat Gorby. I wouldn't say she's passive-aggressive. She struggles sometimes, you know what I mean? She just struggles. Really, I need to get... I wanted to do this thing with the bin for like a long time. I thought it was gonna be like a good idea. And I think it's just gonna be better if she's got a lot more room. I'm just gonna... So I gotta go to Walmart. I gotta go and buy a bin. I gotta buy puppy pads, and I gotta buy cat litter. And then I gotta buy gas so I can drive to Tampa tonight. And I gotta buy oil, too. So I'm gonna have to spend like $100. But we'll see. I don't know. Well, maybe it won't be $100. Maybe it'll be less. We'll see. Did you get your wing cooker? I didn't, because it's like I haven't been able to get to the post office, and I'm annoyed because they have this locker thing where it gives you this QR code and you can scan it and they put it in the locker, and I would have thought that they could just put it in that locker, but they didn't. So now I have to go back to the PO box when they're open. So I'm gonna have to do that probably not tomorrow, but the next day. Like, I'm probably gonna have to do, what day is it? I don't even know what day it is. It's Friday. I'm probably gonna have to do it on Monday. I'm probably gonna have to get it on Monday because I can't get it tomorrow and I can't get it Sunday. And so I'm probably gonna have to get it Monday. And it's just annoying. Like, fuck, I hate that. Chat, basically I leave in about a week. And we're basically a week out. That's basically what we got right now. At least cats can be left alone for a few days. Yeah, they can. But Moogie's special needs. That's why I gotta prepare. I gotta give her, like, ample, you know, opportunity to not pee on the floor, you know? Hello, Puck. Astra countdown? I know, the Astra count. It's counting down. 10. And then what's even better is that I get home on like the 2nd or something, and then I have to leave literally 5 days, not even a full week later. I have to leave again for another 5 days. I'm gonna be gone for like a week. Let's see, how long is that? I'm gonna be gone from the 24th to the 2nd. That's almost a week and a half, dude. I'm gonna be away from Moogie and my cats. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm telling you that much, chat. I am not looking forward to that. Alright, maybe we'll leave on the 5th, the 25th? I don't know. I still don't... We're either leaving on the 24th or the 25th. So I gotta have Dob check up on them on the 26th, and then the 28th. And then they're gonna be from the 28th, the 29th, the 30th, the 31st, and then the 1st, and then the 2nd before they get checked up on again. I wonder if Dob will be back before I am. This experiment, drive with the bike to reach exactly 60 precisely, increase the throttle and speed until 65 or cruise and observe all symptoms. I've already done that, and it literally is, it will just, it's not even consistent, like it won't always do it, but it will do it like a lot. So it's like if you keep it pegged and you're going like high RPM, it's lightning in here, chat. But if you keep it pegged and if you have it full throttle, you're giving her all the beans, and you're going in about 65 to 70 miles an hour, it's just a matter of time before it happens. Like I have this one stretch of road that I have that's like pretty much a main stretch of road that I'm right next to that I kind of have to get on to go anywhere. And that road speed limit is 55, but people usually go around 80. So I like to try to go around 70 to 75 on that road on my bike. But anytime you're going, every single time I've ridden on that road, at almost the same spot too, it always has that issue. It's happened on other roads, so I know it's not just the road or anything, but it just will cut out and die. Get a huge lead box, does she always go in? Yeah, I'll have to figure out. You're so attractive. Oh, thank you. I don't know. But I think, honestly, I think that just getting, like... I think getting this would just fix it. Right, chat? I think this would just fix it. It's just... put a new carburetor on it, and it'll be fine. I mean, it might lower my efficiency by a little bit, but, like, I don't really care. Because it still gets really good gas mileage anyway, so... I also need to clean my chain, I think, but, you know. You guys hear that? She's loud. Yeah, the carb is fucked. Yeah, I know. And it's like, I might be able to go and have the Jack dude give me a new carb, but like, is it worth it? I did not fix the high dynamic range. I should just put on a brighter shirt or something. Black spot. My back. What is that? Had lightning struck on my power 5 times tonight. Fuck. I did indeed fix the lighting. Ain't it hot over there? Yeah, but the lighting, it makes it so you can at least see my face, you know what I mean? At least you can see my face without it just being blown out to bits because I was wearing a black. Heaven forbid I wear a dark shirt. Heaven forbid. The camera was not having any of it. All the way 69 degrees north. It is gay on you perfection. Gay? It's not gay. Come on, I like my jacket. I like my jacket. Thunder God. It looks just fine. Well, it was, my face was more blown out because the camera doesn't know how to like differentiate, and it sees too much darkness on the screen, and it's like, I need to brighten the image because it's too dark, and then it just makes my face look like a napkin. Thunder. Beautiful people are beautiful more at year 3000. What? What does that mean? I mean, 3000 still 975 years away. Chat, the year 3000 is only 975 years away. Get an LED camera. More at news cycle that at next news cycle that matters. Is it worth it to have the guy you bought it from fix it? The problem over throwing parts at your expense. I would go with the first. I mean, that's fair, but if he fixes it, he's not gonna. I'm worried he's not going to fix it. I'm worried he's going to shove some seafoam through it or some bullshit and be like, yeah, it's good, fucking try it, and I'm gonna go out and is not gonna fix it. If I give it to him and it's not fixed, and like I go out and it happens again, I will be livid. I like genuinely, I'd rather just spend the money and deal with it on my own. That way I can actually just fix the problem and not have to worry about, I wonder if he's gonna actually fix the bike. I hate that shit. I hate other people fixing my shit. Like, I'd rather just fix my own shit. But, like, I don't know. I know that the carburetor would probably fix the issue. And I want the double carb anyway. And it's only $60. So, I don't know. 2,000 Astra points for beauty check. I swear old heads have fucking kink for seafoam. It's always their first idea to fix an engine or running problems. Well, I get that he wouldn't want to, like, take the... I mean, maybe he would. Maybe he would just put a new carburetor on it, and maybe he would just do that for free, and maybe it would work. But I wanted the double carb anyway. Like, I've always wanted the double carb. Like, ever since I got the bike, I was like, oh, it'd be really cool to put a double carb on this. And so it's like, for $60, I can put a double carb on? It's like... I want to do that anyway. And so it's like, if I spend $60 now, or I could wait like a week. I could have him come up and get the bike, probably wait a couple days while he fixes it, and then have to be without my bike for a couple days. And then it gets back, and it may or may not be fixed. Or I could just spend $60, get the carburetor I really wanted in the first place, fix the problem in the process, and not have to lose my bike for a couple days. Often it's just darn gasket that wasn't applied with a clean enough glove. One gasket is the final straw on any engine. This is fair, but like, why would that... I don't think that would cause the issue that I'm talking about. A bad gasket on a carburetor would most likely result in a fuel leak or a vacuum leak, but it doesn't feel like a vacuum leak. This is clearly something is happening that's causing the carburetor just to stop working. Whether it's the fuel that's in there, maybe it's bad fuel. I've been putting 0 ethanol fuel in, so maybe it wants a different kind of fuel. Or maybe it's some sort of just, maybe when they cleaned, I'm pretty sure he cleaned the carburetor before I got it, but maybe he didn't, or maybe he half-assed it. And so the carburetor is just actually still dirty and not working correctly. So he might just need to have the carb cleaned. But... real old heads, remove the carb, clean it, inspect for seafoam is for don't know jack types. Yeah, I don't know if he would do seafoam or not. He's a pretty good guy. I trust him to fix it, to be honest with you. I don't know, it's like, I'd rather just have the double carb, and it would make me happier if I just fixed it on my own, you know what I mean? And it's like, I want to put a new sprocket on it too. I want to get it a little bit higher gearing, and if I added the double carb, give it a little bit extra power, added a different sprocket on the back, and just give it that little bit extra speed so I can go 80 miles an hour, just that little tiny, I'm not trying to go like 100 miles an hour, I just want the ability to go 85. If I could go 85, I would be so happy with that bike. I'd have much less of a desire to get a different bike if I could go a highway on that bike. So one thing I can't do with that bike that I want to do is go on the highway. Told you so? New bike incoming? Nah, new bike's not coming. I don't have money for a new bike. I do think I found the bike that I actually really want though, chat. I think I actually found the bike that I really want to get. I think this is it, chat. Like, once I have, like, fuck you money and I can just buy whatever bike I want, I think this is it. I sort of love it. I've been watching videos on this bike, chat, and everyone hates it. Everyone's like, I hate the R18. It's a horrible cruiser. No feet, no forward controls. I like it though. I think it looks really cool. I like how the engine looks Art Deco. I like how it looks like a classic, like 40s German bike. I like how it. I like everything about it. I like the fact that other people don't like it because it feels like it's more special. It's got more character. Damn it, this bike has fucking character, chat. It's got a low seat height, 1800 cc's. This thing is sick. I would be able to flat foot it, yes. I would be able to flat foot it, but it's 790 pounds, so it's heavy. But the other bike I was looking at, or like kind of thinking I would get, the bike that I was thinking about getting other than this, like next, would be a Goldwing. Cause I want to go on the highway and go on like a cross-country tour. Like that's what I want to. I want to cruise. Like I want to go on the highway and just send it. And I can't do that with the Rebel. And I could do that with a Honda Goldwing, but a Goldwing weighs more than this thing, because this weighs like about 780 pounds, and a Goldwing weighs like at minimum 780 pounds. So I don't know, like, and this one, all the weight is really low to the ground because of the flat, the flat boxer engine. I think this is the bike, chat. I think right here. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that it was $10,000. The aftermarket attachments look like for this motherfucker. You can get little footrests or leg rests so that you can put your legs on top of the engine while you're cruising. That's pretty cool. Bike looks like it needs to wear a helmet. What? An army olive green, yeah. Need more cleanliness rebuild. You need more cleanliness rebuild bike or car than you need a PH and shoot. PH, what? You need more cleanliness rebuilding a bike or a car than you need PH and shoot. In a PH shoot. Oh, in a prawn hub shoot. Oh, I see. No, I had a stroke while reading, but it did make sense. It did make sense after I read it. You need more cleanliness rebuilding a car or a bike than you need in a Pornhub shoot. Yes. What was that bike? This is the Honda the BMW R18. It's like the classic heritage cruiser. I really want to get this bike. I like it a lot. I like the styling. I want to go sit on one. I really like this bike. I like a lot about it. Like, I just want this bike. It's either, the bike I get next is either going to be this or a Honda Rebel 1100. I might buy a Rebel 500. If my stable looked like having one of these, my Rebel 250, a Rebel 500, and a Goldwing, I'd be pretty happy. And maybe like a sport bike of some sort. I don't know. I think that's what I want to get the stable to. I don't know. I wonder how much these are going to actually cost by the time I have enough money to buy one. That's another question. Are these going to be cheaper, or are they going to be, like, maybe the price will go down, because they're still relatively new, so I don't know. Maybe it will be cheaper by the time I actually have money to buy it, because that shit's not going to happen for a minute. You can literally buy a Ducati. Why would I want a Ducati? Why? Why would I ever want a Ducati? So I can go around a corner at like Mach fuck and then die? No. I'm sorry, but a Ducati will never look as cool as that. If you're 90% of buying a bike is based off the looks, right? Like, let's not kid ourselves here, chat. You're not buying a bike purely to go fast unless you're buying like a MotoGP bike. And a MotoGP, you're not buying a MotoGP bike. You're not gonna ride like that on the street. This looks so much worse than this. I think this looks so much cooler. Just so much cooler. And it's like, I get that they're like, you can go really fast on them, and that's fine. But dude, it's a fucking road. Like, if I want to go fast, I'll go on a track. But I really don't care about going on track days. If I were to go, let's chat. If I bought this bike The only place I would ride it is on the track. And if I went on the track, then I'd have to buy a new helmet, more gear, more protective gear, better boots, better all this. I'd have to spend like $1,000 on just safety gear to go on the track in the first place. And then I go on the track, and then it's like, that's cool, you can go fast on a track, but that's just not really what I care about on a motorcycle. It isn't what excites me. I certainly don't like the idea of buying this and then riding it on the street. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, that sounds awful. Like, you can't let the bike, like, sing at all without breaking the law. Like, anytime the bike is being used how it was designed to be used, you're breaking the law. And it's dumb. Like, why? And the roads aren't as good, so you can't go as fast anyway, or else you'll eat shit. And now here in Florida, if you're caught going like over 100 miles an hour on a bike, you get a super speeder ticket, which means you go to jail. You just straight up go to jail, and they will chase you now. So if you're going like 120 miles, you can be a little squidlet and go 120 miles an hour on the highway all you want. But number one, you're probably gonna die, and number two, it's straight to jail. And we've already established, chat, that I do not need to go to jail. Or you could just do the speed limit. On a fucking Ducati? Who's going the speed limit on a Ducati? Come on. You're not buying that bike and going the speed limit. You're just not. You should not buy this bike. If you buy this bike and you plan on going the speed limit, you should not buy this bike. This bike is not for you. If you want this bike and then you want to ride it on the street, just completely fucking like at the speed limit, then this is not your bike. This was not built for you. This is not your bike. Now, if, chat, I was a racer, like, and I was actually into racing and going on the track, absolutely this would be sick. I appreciate sport bikes from the angle that they're the fastest bikes you can get, and I like that. They handle the best. They go fast in a straight line, really cool. They're really cool bikes. I like that about them. But that isn't why I like motorcycles, I guess. I like motorcycles for the ride. I like enjoying the ride. I'd much rather have a comfortable, fun-to-ride motorcycle that's slower than having some insanity like Turbo Hayabusa that every time you touch, it gives you a sense that it wants to murder you. Like, that's great and all if that's your shtick. If you love just tasting the touch of death every time you get on a bike and really being that guy that literally everybody on the roadway is looking at thinking, I fucking hate that guy because he's cutting in and out of traffic like he's cool, but everyone actually just hates him. If that's what your stick is, then fine. But that ain't me. I'm not about that. I'd rather stick it at like 80 and just go. You know what I mean? Like, adventure bikes and like touring and going on an adventure on a bike, that's so much more my speed. I'd much rather get an adventure bike than I would get a fucking sport bike. I do think I would want a sport bike though if I had like a lot of money. Like, I would buy one if I just had infinite money, but I'd probably buy like a Honda or something, or maybe I'd buy a 1000RR because I like BMW, but I just can't see myself really having that much fun on them. Because, you know, I'd ride them and it'd be fun, but I would just, if I was riding it on the street, I would just, the entire time you're riding it, you're just like, oh, I want to go so much faster, but you can't because you're on the road. And then you can't guarantee that the road in front of you is paved correctly, or there's not a hazard in the road. It's just, if you're gonna go fast, go to a track. Go to a fucking track where there isn't people, there aren't pedestrians, there isn't, like, everybody knows the quality of the road. You don't have to wonder if you're gonna come around a corner and there's gonna be a pothole that will eat your front tire and send you flying around, like, through the trees, right? I don't know. I had a friend who had a Busa in his 70s. Bro would freak when he stopped and took his helmet off. You can get older ones with less power and you literally pick the fastest one, no fair. It doesn't, why would I not get the fastest? If I'm getting a sport bike, the whole point of getting a sport bike is to go fast, right? That's the whole point. If I get a sport bike, it's because I want to look like I'm an Akira. That's it. That's it. And I say it's valid. It's a valid reason to get a sport bike. And that's valid. But I'd just much rather have a bike that I have fun riding on, right? Like, I hate the way Honda Goldwings look. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Honda Goldwings look like old man bikes. But I kind of want a Honda Goldwing. I'm gonna be real. Like, I think the idea of getting a bike that you can just travel across the country on, and that is so much more cool in my mind than having a bike that can piss off literally everybody around you. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm in a sport bike. I'm going to make people uncomfortable on the roadway with how fast I go. That's what I love to do. Yes, I've lost 3 friends so far, but it's not gonna happen to me. I'm a good driver. They were bad drivers. I'm a good driver. I will see when somebody pulls off onto the shoulder at the last second while I'm passing people in the left lane. Karenstra? I don't know if it's Karenstra. Like, I listen, if you like sport bikes, that's totally fine. I understand why people like sport bikes. And again, I would probably buy one if I had a lot of money. It's just on the list of bikes that I want, a sport bike is fairly low on the list. It's like, I like cruisers, I like tourers, I like adventure bikes, and then I like sport bikes. Right down here. And then bobbers and like cafe racers and all those gay ones without like, that look really dumb. And then I'll have like bobbers where they take off the rear fender for some reason. I hate that look. I don't like that. So those are below sport bikes, but it's valid as fuck. See, this is what we're talking about, chat. This is like, in terms of, just look at this class. Look at the class. Look at the pizzazz. Look at the absolute just essence of, I'm better than you. Okay, it doesn't have that essence, but it looks just class. It's so Art Deco. It is Art Deco in a bike, and it's gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous. If you don't like Art Deco, and you're like, I can understand why some people don't like it, because they're like, where's my V-twin Harley? Blah, 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 blah. It's not a Harley. It's not a V-twin. You're not gonna get the V-twin rumble. It's not what it's about. But this thing, chat. Look at, especially on this green, look at that fucking, ooh, the blue. I love that blue, chat. I don't know which one I'd want, the green or the blue. I love the green, but the blue is also really nice. And so is the orange. I really also love the orange. But I think the green might be the best, the most classic. The British green with the German bike. God, that's sexy. The Ducati, a Ducati will never, ever, ever be as cool looking. This will never be as cool looking as this. I'm sorry, but like, no one looked at this and thinks this guy's cool. But if you drive this thing, people are gonna be like, alright, that's pretty fucking cool. At least in terms of normies, too. The only people who think these look cool are people who are already into sport bikes. I think they look like wasps, and I don't like wasps at the moment, so, Don't get, I don't drive to prove to other drivers that I'm better than them. Yeah, of course. Left lane is passing lane. I'm talking about when you're passing on the shoulder. Literally, I've seen videos where people do that, where they're like trying to pass people, and then it's like they come up to the guy and like they get to a guy in the right lane, and so they go to pass them on the right while they're in the right lane, and they're like, traffic is slowing down, they're coming to a stop, and he's like, I'm not gonna stop for traffic. I'm gonna cut across like 3 lanes of traffic and then get onto the shoulder to pass the guy in the right lane on the right. And then he gets taken out by a car that just so happened to be stopped on the shoulder, and he didn't see it. So he hit the car going like 60 miles an hour because, well, I don't need to stop for any of you. Like, nah, dude. I don't get it, man. 10-inch wide on the back, yeah. Or double leathers. I don't know, the R18 might be too big for me. It might be. But there's the R12, which is a little bit smaller, and I also quite like that one, too. 65 kg, and I couldn't fly one of those hogs up dying? What? You mean you couldn't fly one you couldn't drive one? I mean, 65 kg, you should be able to be fine. Being cool isn't better than looking cool. Wait, what? Classic fit is a classic fit. Bike Astra's back in business, baby. What's your favorite plane or jet? Concorde. The Concorde is my favorite plane or jet. I mean, the Mustang is cool. Spitfire is really cool. It might be the Spitfire. Or the Zero. It's either the Spitfire or the Zero. The Spitfire has probably one of the coolest engines ever made. The Merlin V12. That thing is sick. So if I could have, like, if I could snap my finger and just own a hangar with any plane I wanted in it, it would probably be either that plane with a, probably with a Japanese Zero, though, because Zeros are cool. But so are the Spitfires. Spitfires are also cool, and so are the Mustangs. The Mustangs are also cool. So, like, the American in me wants the Mustang, but I also think the historian in me wants the Zero, but the engine guy in me wants the Spitfire. But oh no, I'm lurking. hello, Charita Chess. I couldn't turn away from a stray sheep or tourist even going 10 below the speed limit with my 65. Wait, what? I couldn't turn away from a stray sheep or a tourist even going 10 below the speed limit? Why wouldn't you? You mean you can't, like, you can't swerve? You'd be able to swerve on it. Why would you not be able to swerve on it? It sounds like a skill issue than anything, because I know there are, like, little women who have been able to ride those bikes just fine. Stop hiding my boner? What boner? I've been able to pick that up if it gets knocked off the side stand. You can pick it up. You can. I bet you that I could pick up that bike if it fell. I bet you I could. There are ways to pick up. There are ways that small people can pick up large bikes. It's not impossible. It is possible. No such thing. A 110-pound girl could do trick runs on a crotch rocket. You can ride any size bike. Yeah. I'm also yeah. I'm 120 pounds now. I think not 110, but yeah. We only have boneless Astra available tonight. Is there Pine to Cuddlebear's Astra comment you just read? Oh, I see. This is the outfit when Astra doesn't know what to wear. Yeah. A Cessna Mustang. Yeah. Would you consider yourself a twink? No. No. That would, if someone calls me a twink, that's an insult. It's like, I'm insulted. I'd be insulted by that because of, it's like normally when you're insulted by the word twink, it's because you're more masculine and you don't want to be called feminine by being called a twink. But I think a twink is more masculine than where I am. But maybe not. Maybe I am just a twink. I don't chat. The wall comes. The wall cometh. There are guaranteed bikes you can't lift from a fallen over. Some of them, but like those are really, like maybe a Honda Rune. But I could lift up a 800-pound bike. I guarantee you, if I had like a Harley Bagger that was in front of me and it was on its side, I bet you I could pick it up. I bet you if I had a Honda or a BMW R18 right here and I had it tipped over on its side, I bet you I could pick it up. It's good luck with that. There's a technique, man. There's ways to do it. You have to like lift. You grab the handle, right? And you put your butt on the seat, on the edge of the seat, and you just kind of rock it back up with your butt. The R18 has those two twin the parallel, or the boxer engine, right? And so it has these big cylinders that stick out. So the bike itself can't lean all the way over because it's got the cylinders. So at max, you have to pick it up from like here and then up to there. And yeah, you can easily do it. And the further up you push it, the easier it is to push. Because all the weight's down low. Give it a blip on the throttle with training. With training, you can pick up anything. Wow, that's interesting. I never really thought of it. I never used that technique to pick it up with the throttle. I guess that would kind of work, wouldn't it? Tell me more about rocking things with your butt. Cat, I don't want to drive to Tampa tonight. I so desperately don't want to drive to Tampa. I wish that I didn't have to drive to Tampa tonight. I hate that so much. I hate having to drive.
900-pound bike is possible even for a petite woman. Picking up a 900-pound bike is possible even for a petite woman. First thing you want to do, like,
112 pounds? God damn it, now I'm jealous. Now I'm jealous. Everybody always tells me, all you need to gain weight, but then I see other people that are my height that are less weight than I am.
Possible even for a petite woman. First thing you want to do is make sure that the front brake is tied. Check. Next thing you want to do is make sure that the bike is in gear. Check. So I'm going to show you how I learned how to pick up the bike in police and civilian training, lock and lean. You got one hand on the seat, or if you don't have a seat, on a big bagger, if you have something else hard, just making sure that your back is going to be straight. You don't want to be
How
like
do I
this.
pay taxes?
For this bike, I'm on the seat.
Like, you
and
gotta
the
go to
other hand is
H&R
on the
Block.
handlebar. My butt is kind of sitting right here in the middle of the seat. And what I'm going to do is use my back, looking up, and I'm going to push back at the same time I walk backwards. And exhale at the same time. Kickstand down.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. Like, I mean, I guess maybe there are some
Picking up a
situations where that wouldn't work. Maybe if you're on like an incline or something, but like.
Is that a V8?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Chevy V8 to me. What size is it? 350 crate? 427 LS7? Oh my god.
That's pretty sick, actually.
Turboed? No, these are Pro Chargers. What? Dude, this thing's supercharged. Twin superchargers. How much power does it make?
1200 horsepower?
It makes more horsepower than my Corvette did.
That thing is a death trap. That thing's an actual death trap. You wouldn't want to pick that thing up, because if you did, you'd just immediately die. The 1200 horsepower bike? What the fuck? It's also a NOS? Why? There's no way you're getting all 1200 of those horses to the ground at that point, right? You're not getting 1200 horsepower to the ground. What? Is that Joe Biden? Yeah. Having his midlife crisis after his presidency. The L7 car engine on a bike. For what? I want to hear that thing roar. Yeah, if you really want to go fast, honestly, that's probably how you do it. Wake up Joey Bryan. You support Antifa? Nah, I think they're kind of dumb. I think it's kind of dumb. I think that one's kind of dumb. You trans pirate software? Yeah, so actually I worked at Blizzard for 7 years. Actually worked at Blizzard for 7. I was actually a second generation Blizzard employee. I actually think gamers are stupid and they shouldn't own their games. It's pretty simple. I actually want this initiative to fail. God, I hate that guy. That guy sucks. I remember like getting bombarded with that guy's videos on like YouTube shorts. That guy fucking, he's so clearly like a pseudo-intellectual. I hate that guy. Some people try to overcompensate for weak self-image. Yeah. All bikes are death traps? I mean, not really. Because everyone in a car don't notice the bike. That's true. It is dangerous. It is dangerous. But it's not, if you pay attention, you can be pretty safe with it, I think. Lifted trucks are slammed Lexuses. I don't know. I don't judge people with lifted trucks, and I don't judge people with lowered Lexuses. I judge people with the Carolina tilt. If your stock suspension is set up in a way where you can only see the sky when you're driving down the road, you fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. The internet flipped on that motherfucker so hard. I didn't even know why it took that long. He was clearly like full of himself. I watched a video about his game that he made. It was the worst game ever. Like, that guy sucks, dude. It's like, fuck. Yeah, so actually, I worked at Blizzard for 7 years, actually. I'm actually the first second generation Blizzard employee. No, it wasn't just my dad works there. It wasn't just that my dad works there. No, it's not that. No, my job wasn't just fishing for, like, people to give me their password internally in the company. That wasn't my whole job that anyone could do with, like, a, fifth grader level reading ability. No, I'm actually a really smart, cool programmer. You seem like a cool trans. Cool. I don't like the word trans. I don't really think of myself as being trans. I think of myself as being, an idiot. I should tell the audience the non-PC term for Carolina tilt. The non-PC term for Carolina tilt? I don't know. I have no idea. Should I know that? Do I know that? Is there a non-PC term for Carolina tilt? I don't get it. I saw a video where someone called him the game dev equivalent of a Nepo baby. I was like, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Yeah, he was a Nepo baby. He got his job because his dad worked at Blizzard, and then he bragged about it. And apparently he, like, really was shit at that fucking... He was shit at his job. So you're just a gay guy? Kinda not really. I consider myself to be a femboy, okay? I'd slightly different than a gay guy. But I get you could say that. You could just say that. Yeah, I'm a transformer. I hate labels. Why does everybody have to have fucking labels? Who cares? I'm just a gay little dumbass. That's all I am. Who cares? Guy, girl, I don't give a fuck. Listen, I use the men's restroom. Who cares? Like, I don't need to use the women's restroom. I don't care. I don't care about pronouns. I don't care about titles. Fuck that, dude. I hate it. It's like, oh, you gotta use my pronouns. Excuse me? Did you just misgender me? Oh, God. Did you just use the wrong pronouns and no one told you to use? You didn't just read my mind and knew what pronouns to use without anyone telling you? How dare you? God, I hate pronouns so fucking much, dude. I just fucking hate pronouns. I hate them. So stupid. You have to use my pronouns. I hate them. It's like... You're a professionally good-looking person. Oh, thank you. S in her bust, no half measures. Frazzled. You're just fucking Astra. Get over it. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. I honestly like, if I do have to stick with a label, I like the term trap. That's my favorite. If I could have anything, that's where I like. It's the term trap. Beautiful people are beautiful. Thank you, Centipede, for the follow. I like how this guy came in here trying to, like, start shit because he thought I was gonna, like, get offended. You don't really pass? Yeah, I mean, not really, but you know. Not really. Traps kill things? I mean, I could kill things. You don't know. You don't know. Chat, what if I'm like some sort of serial killer and you just don't know? You really don't. You cool though? Hell yeah. Thank you. You're like the only one that likes the trap name. I know, and it's a shame, because honestly, it's a good name. It's cute. I like it. Hello, Puck. Think girl mode will help or hurt? With what? I think it'll help me with girl voice, but I mean, I don't know really. Everyone's got an opinion, but look at those hips. Astra passes. I think there are certain parts of me that do pass and certain parts that don't. Like, I feel like my jawline is just dead given. It's like my shoulders, my jawline, and like my like brow bone. It's like, that's pretty much, I don't know, it's kind of a killer. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I think, like, definitely with the shoulders and jawline. If I got, like, facial feminization surgery, maybe. But I don't know. I guess it'll help the last one did wonders for girls. Hell yeah. Don't embrace trap? Why not? What's wrong with it? What's wrong with the word trap? I like the word trap. Blondie uses trap sometimes. Stick to your guns. Stick to my guns. I mean, listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion, right? Trap is okay. Don't you ever get rid of those you cringe. Jawlines are pretty. And I can fix mine. I do need like a nose job though, because my nose is like actually like collapsing. Like it's doing this on the inside, so it's hard to breathe. The last guy who did my nose job fucked it up. Now I have to get another one. What jawline or shoulders? Dude, even Dob was like, yeah, you can't do anything about the shoulders. The shoulders, they're just too bulky, Chad. There's no way, like, from here to, like, here, I'm pretty good. But, like, the shoulders are just, they're killer. You can't do anything about the shoulders. They have jawlines, too? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, my jawline's not the worst. It's like, I could have certain features that are worse. I think, honestly, though, if you don't think I pass, probably the biggest reason is the voice. I do think, I have a running theory that the biggest factor in passing is the voice, no matter what. You can look almost identical to a female, and people will still perceive you as male if you have a male voice. But you can look like a complete troglodyte, and look like you could look like Lord Farquaad, and if your voice is like that of a female, you'll pass. Do you want to pass? Yeah, if I obviously that's the goal, right? What universe are your shoulders bulky? Proportionally bulky. Okay, they're not bulky compared to like an actual NFL player, but proportionally wise. Proportionally. Gotta get the voice down. Yeah, we'll work on it next month. We'll work on it. You need to work on your girl voice though. Yeah, the girl voice, it's not perfect. I need to work on it. You know how an 8 finds the prettiest one in the group, the most average? So if you made your nose slightly less big, you'd drop out from the average look and your ears would look average. My ears would look average? Are you saying I have big ears? I just thought you had tiny shoulders. Kinda, not really. It's because like I hide them a lot of the times. Like here. Here, chat. Let's do like a proper fit check here. So I can stand up. Because it's like, I don't know. Like, especially like the shoulder blades right here. Just doesn't work that well. And it's like the jawline is good from like the front angle, but like a side doesn't work as good. It's like any facing forward is pretty okay, but if I look to the side, it's like ugh. Train works. Food for the train work. Take estrogen? I do. Is the goal to convince straight men that you're a woman? Not really. The goal is just to... The goal, I guess... I'm not trying to really convince anybody. Like, I'm not trying to, like, court straight men. If that's what you're asking. I'm not, like, my whole shtick isn't I want to go to a club and get straight men to like me. Because I literally have a boyfriend. I'm not trying to attract straight men. But I do want to look pretty. Every other girl is super petite, yeah. Great video. You fucking bugging out. You look fine. Now cis women more masculine than you. I mean, some of them. I do think the voice is like the biggest thing, though. I think it is. It's like I've seen women that straight up look trans. They straight up look like guys. but there's like no doubt in my mind that they're women, and like seriously, it's like an internal thing. If the voice passes, you pass. If the voice doesn't pass, you don't pass. It's like you will not pass if you don't have the voice. When did you realize you were trans? I think probably when I was like 17 or something. I started probably like 16, honestly. I probably started to realize when I was 16, and then I only started once I was 18. Once I was like 18 and a half, that's when I went on hormones. He's not feed the brainworms. Well, listen, I like honesty. Like if people like have an opinion, I don't want them to not say something because I think it will hurt my feelings. Like if someone's like, "Damn, you ugly," then I'd rather have them say it, because at least I know they're being honest, right? Like I'd rather know, because like if I look like an idiot, I'd rather know I look like an idiot so I can try to avoid it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't mind. I don't like people being dicks, but there's a difference between being a dick and being honest, right? It's like if I don't pass, I don't want to believe that I do pass. You know what I mean, chat? Like if I straight up look like a guy, I don't want to believe in my head that I don't, because then I'll go walking around thinking I look a certain way, but everyone, and I'll think people are thinking about me in a certain way, and then in reality they're actually thinking like, what the fuck is that thing, right? Like I don't want to do that. I look like Brad Pitt but taller. Shit. Definitely don't look like a guy, if I'm honest. I don't know. I think it's definitely a spectrum. There's definitely people, I definitely pass to certain people, and I definitely don't pass to other people. It's like it's like you will never pass to 100% of people, but it's the ratio. It's like how many people, what percentage of people do you pass to? I don't know. I don't know what the answer for that one is for me. I definitely get mammed a lot in public, though. Your girl voice passes when you use it continuously and forget to revert your voice. Yeah, I need to repeat. You need to notice the comma. Did you like this show through? But my point was that you're 10-10. If you fixed your nose, you'd go less 10-10. I see. Okay. Thank you, Rana. I need to fix the nose regardless. The nose isn't a cosmetic thing. It's a breathe thing. Like, it's a... I can't fucking breathe because my nose is fucked up kind of thing. Not a, oh, I just don't like the way my nose looks. I'm gonna get another nose job because I don't like the way my current one looks. Like, it's not really that. It's more like, I just want to breathe. I just want to be... I want to be able to do that without having one of my nostrils just immediately collapse. Like slightly built female, and your voice is usually gender neutral unless you're trying to butch it up. How's that for the truth? I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not ugly, just curious about your mindset. Yeah, I don't know. My mindset, it's like, obviously there's like the goal, like, I want people to perceive me a certain way, right? But I think it's silly to expect people to always see you that way, even when they don't actually see you that way. It's like, if people aren't honest and you're not willing to accept it when people are honest about it, then you're never actually gonna make it to where you want to go, right? I know, it's like, obviously, like, I'm not gonna pass to everybody. That's literally why I don't use the women's restroom. Like, that's why I don't. It's like, if I use the women's restroom and I know people know that I'm not, like, a biological female, then I'm just gonna feel awkward and bad the whole time, so I just don't do it, right? I'd mam you in private. Can you get your nose picked before insurance turns out? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. And it's super frustrating because I drove an hour to Orlando in the rain yesterday, only to spend 40 minutes waiting in a crowded waiting room, then to get my prescription, literally just to sign 2 pieces of paper and then leave. There was no talking, no like, hey, I have this wrist problem, none of that. In and out, sit in a cramped waiting room for 40 minutes just to get in and out and leave, and it's like, ah, alright. The who look whoa Ferrari aren't more successful, they just get more swipes on apps. And yes, for the love of God, get that darn hand checked out. I know, but like, I can't find a fucking doctor. Every doctor that's close to me takes Medicare, and only Medicare. They don't take, they're not, the doctors around me, their only priority is like treating old people, and so they don't really want to see people like me because I don't have Medicare. And so that if I want to go to a doctor who will take my insurance, I have to drive all the way to fucking Orlando or Tampa to find them. And it's just like, God damn it, I hate it. How do you feel about trans women who use the women's restroom? I think if you pass and you're not making people uncomfortable, then it's not a big deal. But if you're like someone who's like 6'5" and you look like a linebacker, like the it's ma'am dude, then you just shouldn't. I think a general rule of thumb, if you don't know that you pass and you don't like you think you might but you don't know 100%, then I would say don't. I would say most men are not going to be super uncomfortable if a woman comes into the men's restroom. So if you go into the men's restroom and they are uncomfortable because they think you're a female, I think that's less problematic than if you go into a women's restroom and they're uncomfortable because you think you're a guy. That's like way more of a problem, I would say, especially when there's like young women in the bathroom. It's just, I don't know. I think there's a certain amount of like trans people who want to force themselves into like women exclusive spaces, and it's just like, I don't think that's necessarily a good idea, you know. I think there are definitely some times when it's more safe to use the women's restroom, and it's like, if it's about safety, then I guess that's more understandable. But I've always held that, I've said this before, but like, if the only time I will use the women's restroom is when I get kicked out of the men's restroom, and that's the way I look at it. I should think I'm a dick when I troll her too much. I mean, not really. Everybody trolls me. Everybody trolls me. Disagree. I feel very uncomfortable shitting in front of a strange woman. I mean, that's fair, but like, I feel like making a grown man uncomfortable is better than making a 7-year-old girl uncomfortable, you know? That's kind of, I'd rather make the dude uncomfortable. Because I will say though, chat, I will say, this being said, I have made some little Amish boys very uncomfortable with my presence. I was driving to Florida, right? I was moving here. We stopped at a Love's truck stop and I had to take a piss. So I go into the men's restroom, right? And so it's in the middle, like, this just outside of St. Louis or some shit at a Love's truck stop, and there's Amish people there in the restroom. And I'm going to the restroom, I'm doing my business, and I walk out and there's this Amish family and like a couple Amish boys and their dad just going. And I'm like, see ya. It's like, it literally, like, as a trans person, you are always gonna make someone uncomfortable in the bathroom. I feel like there's no getting around that, right? There are some men, and there are some men who are going to look at me and think, that is a female, why is it in the men's restroom? It is gonna, I've had people like walk into the restroom before as I was leaving, and they go, right? Like, it happens. But like, I don't, you know, I'm afraid of making them uncomfortable. It's called empathy. Yeah, but if a woman is going into the men's restroom, I feel like they've already kind of accepted that, right? It's like, guy, I feel like you shouldn't be afraid of making a woman uncomfortable in the men's restroom because it's the men's restroom, right? They should stay in their bumpkin ass in the country. It's true, this is true about women's bathroom because my mom was not happy when a trans person was in the women's restroom. Of course, they were the size of an NFL football player and they looked like a football player in a dress. Yeah, I think if you're that kind of person where you look like a football player in a dress, you shouldn't use the women's restroom. And it's like, I feel like you have to use your best judgment. It's like, if you're going to like make someone uncomfortable, and it's like, if if I go somewhere and it's like, maybe, let's say I go to a restaurant or a rest stop and I'm on a road trip or something, and I'm at a rest stop and there's a bus full of like a Boy Scout troop that's going to the bathroom and there's nobody in the women's restroom, maybe I'll go in the women's restroom just so I don't have to be around like people, right? You know what I mean? But I will generally probably always use the men's restroom. I've never been in a women's restroom, and I really don't plan on going inside one. Unless, and this has happened to my friends, but unless someone, if I go into the restroom, and someone says, women's is over there, please, that's like gender euphoria, right? That's like, oh, I thought you would never say that. I thought it would never happen. Because it won't. But, that's like, I would much rather have that happen than the opposite, where it's like you go into the women's restroom and some girl is like, what are you doing in here? The men's is over there. That is like, I would just like I would just like walk into a river, and not even just like stopping. I would just like normal walk into a river and then just disappear. That happens. Like fuck. Just be outside in the bushes. Some of those Boy Scouts definitely like femboys. I don't think any guy would say that. I mean, maybe, but like, I just generally like, I don't know. Generally, if there's like small children, I just try to avoid that whole situation. I think anytime you get trans and small children, it's just the best to avoid that situation. Just the optics, you know what I mean? Like, just for the optics sake of it, just avoid it. Just don't even want to even get close to that. I just want to have... Nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? I accidentally walked into a men's room years ago. I turned around when I saw urinals. The only thing you need to do is part your hair in the middle. Absolutely not, Cuddle Bear. Have you ever seen me with that middle part? It looks terrible. It looks terrible. It actually looks terrible. I do not look good on the middle part. They say that to Astra, which causes euphoria, and that causes a little Astra to stand tall. Oh no. That is the safest thing today, yeah. What if Nano, another trans girl, drags you into the ladies' room? I probably wouldn't let her drag me. Like, if she did, I'd just be, like, uncomfortable, right? Like, I don't know. What would anybody do if they get dragged into the wrong bathroom? They'd just be like, like, why? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there are men who use the women's restroom because they just don't want to sit, they, like, don't want to use the men's restroom or something, all right? Like, people do it from time to time, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Children are brutally honest. That's good. I like the brutal honesty. I think that's good. I don't hate that about kids. I just don't want, like, some Karen to just be like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. Drag story hour probably didn't seem like a good idea now. Yeah, like, honestly, I just think trans people and children should just not ever be in the same conversation. It just, no. Like, fuck that, dude. You're perfectly able to answer any questioner with a healthy voice, but, with Heather's voice, but I really doubt anyone would see you as, out of place in the ladies' room. I mean, maybe. I think definitely with the voice, you know, even if there are some parts of me that give people pause that are like, they look kind of masculine. I think if the voice is on point, then that's all you need, right? The voice is all you really need to pass, truthfully. Never exposing children to trans people makes the next generation grow up trans thinking are wrong or forbidden. No, that's not true. It's only if you fucking shove trans people in their faces. I hate that. I hate it. Stop. You don't need to shove gay people in a school so that kids don't hate gay people. You just need to educate them properly. You don't need to have drag story hour. It's stupid. There's no, especially drag people. Drag queens are not trans people, first of all. They're not trans. They should not represent trans people. They should not be, and they should not be anywhere near a school. Period. Why? Why would you take drag queens and put them in a school? It is evil. It's actually evil. I hate it. It does more damage to the trans community than anything else. Any pushback from the trans community besides this chat? For what? I don't think so. Today, if I say something that other people would think is transphobic, they can't do anything because, you know, what am I? No. I can say things like trans women who don't pass shouldn't use the women's bathroom because if I wasn't like trans myself, I couldn't. But not because I am. I have the armor. I have the plot armor, chat. I have the plot armor. I was gay against all social pressure. Like, I do think there is some, like, room for being, like, educating people on sexuality and saying it's not weird or bad to be gay, but I certainly don't think that we need to stick that shit in, like, we don't need to teach children about anal sex. We just don't. We just don't. You know what? I feel pretty confident in saying that we don't need that in sex ed. We just don't. Like, maybe in high school, maybe, but not in middle school, not in elementary school. Absolutely not. It's ridiculous. It's just, it's bad. It's a bad idea. It's not good. Drag story hour is silly, but some places don't even let trans people be teachers. Well, sometimes that's, you know, that is a little excessive, I think, at some point. But there was that one, like, teacher in Canada or something who had those fucking knockers. Like, that shit was terrible. Caitlyn Jenner said the same thing. You have to realize that some people are threatened by gender fuck. Yeah. Yeah, the 2/3 of women and men are those between, like, 5 o'clock shadow. Wait. Though 2 out of 3 women, men, and those between, like, 5 o'clock shadow and I can make Barbarossi scraggly shit. What? What's Nano's thought when she tried to give fashion advice? That's what Nano thought when she tried to give fashion advice? What? Okay, when did she try to give fashion advice? By the time they were in high school, they figured it out by then. Well, that's good. That's probably about the age they should learn about that shit. Not when they're 9. Fuck, dude, I hate that shit. I hate it. I hate it. You think the LGBT plus community hijacked the gay cause in the 80s? No. I think it's just the gay cause from the 80s is just liberalism, and so is trans people, and that's not a bad thing. Like, liberalism isn't bad, and having progressive views isn't bad. It's just when you take it to a certain degree, and you just take it flat out without saying, like, oh, well, we can have this, but we gotta curate it. We gotta trim the leaves so that it's healthy and it works. But, like, the problem is that, like, we as a society got onto a point where, like, anything that's trans needs to be, like, codified and held up on a pedestal because they're trans. And I think that made everybody hate trans people. And so it's like, ironically, things like Trans Visibility Day, I think things like that do more damage to the trans and gay community as a whole than all of the anti-trans, like, the transphobes who are just hate trans people just for no reason. Like, it's literally just more damage to the trans community than people who actually hate trans people. It's, a part of me thinks that a lot of the reasons why, like, Drag Queen Story Hour exists is because people hate trans people, and because they want to actively put trans people in a bad light. Like, I think that, I'm pretty sure that one teacher that was in Canada with the huge knockers, like, Chad, do you remember that? There was that one, like, teacher who was in, like, Manitoba or some bullshit, and she was, like, a wood shop teacher, and she just had these fucking balloons, and you could see her nipples, like, through any shirt she was wearing. The worst. It was ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that came out as being, like, a psyop. Like, that was a paid actor or some bullshit, that they did it at, like, I think they did it for bad publicity. Like, I would not be surprised if someone did that to make trans people as a whole look bad. Women in the 1950s are not trans. They were gay. What? Women in the 1950s were gay? All of them? Finster fought me for 2 years about getting the middle part, and look at them now. I haven't seen Finn with the middle part. Dude, I will show you what I look like with the middle part. Excuse my greasy hair, I need to take a shower after this. It's not middle part or not, hold on. I just look like, I look like an 80s metalhead. I look like I'm about to go rock! You guys ready to rock, chat? Are you guys ready to roll? Are you ready to rock and roll, chat? You not have a brush? I do, just not here. Like, here, I'll go get a brush, chat. I'll go get a brush. I'll be right back. Hold on. How long did it take you to grow that hair? About 2 years to get to about this length, but it's been more than 2 years now. But it's kind of stopped. It's kind of hit its maximum, I think. Are you happy now, Cuddle Bear? Are you happy? Are you happy? More fan higher. I don't, but a large person of cishet would world does. Alish, wait. Get some volume in that hair, girl. Yeah. It's a very sad middle part. What do you mean it's a very sad middle part? How else am I supposed to middle part? I mean, I guess it doesn't look terrible, but it just doesn't look great either. What do you mean it's not parted correctly? What are you talking about? What do you mean it's not parted correctly? It's literally down the middle of my head. Look, chat. That's middle. I don't know, I just don't like the way it looks. This is I like the way this looks more. This is the side part. It just looks way better, chat. It just looks way better. You need to, like, generalize. You need to generalize people. That's not the way the world works. What? Or you like to generalize people. As the take origin and putting a melodic organ melody from the metal. What? Astra kind of looking like Ethel Kane with that hair, maybe like a forehead tattoo under the line peeking out. What? Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. Next time Astra plays Metallica, the middle part should be there. Yeah. I've seen your hair looks gorgeous. Oh, thank you. Or you've seen it look gorgeous, yeah. Well, it's kind of greasy right now because I need to take a shower because I was like sweating earlier today. And I just didn't have time to take a shower, so I gotta take a shower. I'm gonna take a shower like right after the stream ends, and then I gotta go to Walmart, and then I gotta go to Tampa. And it's like, I don't want to go to Tampa. I'm gonna be real chat. I don't want to go to Tampa. Is it born and raised Floridian? I have no idea who that is. Did you get a different female styled hair to do for Girl Month? Maybe. I've just never been to a. I've had my hair done before. It's just like I kind of like the way it looks like this. I don't know how to get it styled really. What's in Tampa? I have we have friends coming down from Atlanta this weekend, and so they're gonna be here tonight in Tampa. So I gotta go to Tampa to go meet them, and then it's like I don't know. I kind of wish that like we didn't have to, cause like I don't have that much. I won't be able to stream tomorrow because of it, and I'm upset about it. Social media has somehow encouraged me to be attracted to other men who pretend to be women. Yeah. I do be like that sometimes. Sometimes the algorithm does try to give you the gay sometimes. Sometimes you gotta dodge the gay fuck. You gotta dodge the gay jump scares. See, every once in a while the algorithm will be like, hey, you wanna watch Finster? Whoa, almost got you with the gay on that one, huh? Oh, the gay almost got you there. Almost got hit with it. It went whew, right there. Are you tucked in or out when wearing a motorbike helmet? I usually have it in a ponytail. Gotta go to Walmart or else Walmart will be like, why didn't you show up for our shopping? Yeah. I have to go to the Walmart that's like... What really sucks is I have to go to the Walmart like that's like 20 minutes away from me. And then it's like, oh, God, I have to go do that. And then I have to come back here. And then I have to cut, like, build it. I have to cut the box open. I have to go and do that. And then I have to put more gas in my fucking car. No, I'm not taking the motorcycle. The motorcycle is, like, kind of busted. I need to spend, like, $60 on a new carburetor. It needs a new carburetor. Fat Pies is my boyfriend. I'd get drunk and ask him to carry me. And he'd probably, like, drop you and be like, watch yourself, bitch. Discord General, check Discord General. That person, that's the person I'm talking about? Cheesy Arts and Crafts video. Why isn't shopping deliveries more popular than food deliveries? Because, I don't know. Cost more, maybe? Not sure. Yeah, I just don't like the middle part. Even on this bitch, I don't like the middle part. See, but like, even this bitch looks more like her. I will say, her jawline is way bigger than mine. Like, her face from here down straight up looks like a male. Like, she has a male, like, look. Like, she looks kind of trans. Her titties and her shoulders are too natural looking, and her titties and her shoulders and her upper, like, face, like, up here, like, this part of her face looks female, and her shoulders look female. But, like, her jawline, her philtrum, her jawline, and this, the center part is just not flattering. I don't know why. It just looks terrible. I've tried the center part before. I do not like the center part. I think it looks bad. I think it looks terrible and bad, and I don't like it. Well, she is trans. Oh. Well, there you go. Well, she's looking pretty good. That's pretty good, honestly. That's pretty good trans. If her voice passes, I think she could totally pass if her voice passes. But, you know. What? Podcast. Oh. Versus pretty damn good too, singing and speaking. Are you transvestigating people now? A little bit. Is that wrong? Prawn has a lot to do with it. Actors like Daisy Taylor and Ella Hollywood. What has to do with what? What does that have to do with anything? Accidentally left the Discord months ago, and Batfires isn't here giving out the link anymore. It's literally in chat. Like, if you scroll down, it's in the thing. The Discord link is right there. Your 4chan history's coming out? It is? Not my power level. I'm letting people know my power level. So many actresses have really defined jawlines. Yeah, definitely. It's like the Keira Knightley jaw. I don't know. I don't like it. I definitely want facial feminization. I would have surgery. I'd have it, like, reduced if I could. If I had money, you know? If I had money. Truly. Her about page has everything. You have a nice face. Oh, thank you. I don't know how I stumbled upon Finn archives a few years ago. I was conflicted that I like femboys until I saw Astra stream and it solidified that I'm bi. Oh, there you go. There you go. Men looking at women with a peener nowadays. You know, I will say this, Crumble. I will say this. You seem perturbed by it. You seem uncomfortable with it. And that's okay. It's okay to be uncomfortable. But I do get a sense that you're kind of looking into, like, a world that you actively don't like and are confused by it. And it's like, it's okay. Some guys like guys that look like women. Some people like women with dicks, and that's okay. You don't need to understand it. You don't need to get it. But this is just reality, buddy. It's just reality. It's like, I can't. It's obviously it's the evil prawn industry has corrupted men into liking other men. That's it. It's all pornography's fault. it's all the hub. Trans people wouldn't be a thing if it wasn't for the hub. The prawn demons. That's kind of an unnerving picture of Finster, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I think this is just a bad picture. Cause like, look at this picture comparative, right? Center part or side part? I think this hair looks way better than this hair. It's more casual. I don't know. Gotta be careful which image I look at here on Finster's thing. Just saying, the best woman is a man. Exactly! Now you're getting it! Now you're getting it! Sometimes it takes a man to be the best girl. Now you're getting it. Side part on Finn goes hard. Yeah, I Cuddle Bear, I don't know what you're smoking. The center part is not the play. It is not the play. Mind blown. Finster looks like an angel. I will time you out, pool boy. You know what you're doing. I know you know what you're doing. All I know is I would be less happy with a girl or guy I like, and if our minds align. If the jaw was bigger, and it would not be more happy if it was the jaw was smaller. That is rather besides the point when we get into kinks. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Vaginas are overrated. They are overrated, dude. They really are. I do think there is a difference between like being gay and being trans, though. I do think there is a pretty big difference there, and it's like I think people who are chasers or like people who specifically like trans people are also not gay. Because there's definitely like a difference between somebody who wants to bed Andrew Tate, and then someone who wants to bed, you know, fucking Blair White. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between those two people, and they're not the same. Exactly, right? Insta-tilt. Dude, I swear to God. You know this other streamer who's infinitely more successful than you? They're also attractive. I like them better. I know, everybody does. That's why they're that's why they're successful, god damn it. You don't have to remind me. The thing about trans girls is they don't want half our wealth. They got their own. I wouldn't say that, bro. Depends on the girl. Depends on the person. I ain't got no money. If you ain't paying for the date, then we aren't going on it, because I sure as shit ain't got money to pay for it. If you're one of those people that, if you're like, oh, we're gonna split this bill, then I'm gonna be like, alright, we're going to McDonald's. I hope you like McDonald's, because that's all I can afford. That motherfucker stole my chair. Think about trans girl, yeah. Straight plus plus. My prostate is in my butthole, just want it touched. Yeah, I mean, that's gay. That's gay. If you're just a dude and you want your prostate tickled a little bit, then that's just gay, and there's nothing wrong with that. But then there's also nothing wrong with, like, being trans, I don't think. You know what I mean? And there's a difference, I think. I would not say that trans people are really just gay people. Because that's kind of like, you asked me if I was gay earlier, and I'm like, I've been thinking about it, and I really don't think so. It's like, I kind of am, but I'm also kind of not. I really don't think of myself as a straight up dude, to be honest with you. There's some pretty ass trans women out there, don't assume. Yeah. If Astra had money, she'd have like 17 bikes and an FDR7. Exactly. We aren't all Nano or Finn. Well, Nano got success in a different way. If I went Nano's route, I might be able to be as successful as Nano if I played Nano's game. If I played the game like Nano plays the game. But Nano plays the game. Most successful trans women have a battle pass. It's almost like a guarantee, honestly. It really is. Someone should make a study about that. That trans is getting your balls cut off and taking estrogen. Or you don't have to get your balls cut off. I don't have my balls cut off. I do take estrogen though. But being trans is more about just like your physical body. It's more about like your state of mind, you know what I mean? It's more like how you think of yourself in a way. It's like at a certain point, obviously, like sometimes you can't be as feminine as you want, but like really for me, being trans for me is I want other people to view me as female. I don't need them to be sexually attracted to me. I don't need them to think I'm attractive in general. I just want them to perceive me as female. And that's the whole point. Now showing off their kidneys and it works for her. Yeah, see, that's what you gotta do. You just gotta see the chat. Imagine this. See, this is Astra making not very much money. This is Astra making a lot of money. Nano is a professional. What are you saying that I'm not a professional? Excuse me? Excuse me. Just girl voice 100% of the time and it should work. Well, we're doing girl month in a bit. Like in a couple weeks, we're doing girl month and it's gonna be girl voice that entire month. I kind of want to do girl voice to kind of like show it off, but at the same time, I feel like if I try to do girl voice, I'm gonna fumble and it's just gonna be really bad. Gay person that likes the same sex with no gender dysphoria. Yeah, that's just gay. That's gay. If you don't have any gender dysphoria. But like gender dysphoria is a real thing. It exists. Very agnostic to whether or not I want a partner, but I know you as a beautiful person. Oh, thank you, Ronnie. Thank you. Gee, I said I love you. And as a professional, right? The oldest profession. Thoughts on Adam's apple? I hate it. I want surgery to get rid of mine. I hate Adam's apple. Some women do have Adam's apples, but it's like the one thing that really doesn't pass about me is my. It helps because if you do girl voice, like if you lower your voice, your Adam's apple goes all the way down here. But if you like raise your voice like that, it keeps it way up there. So if you do more girl voice like this, you tend to not see it as much, which helps a lot. But honestly, if I could, I would totally just get like surgery or something to have, just to get it removed if I could. But then again, it's like anytime you do surgery at all, it comes with the risk that you're gonna like fuck yourself up. And I don't, you should love yourself the way you are. I mean, yeah, but the Adam's apple, tuck it in. A great voice. Oh, thank you. Maybe you get more money by showing more bare ankles. You know what? I think that I realized this the other day. The reason why I like the battle pass so much is because the battle pass just lets me have so much more fun on stream. Since I don't have to worry about getting like all my money from stream, it's so much more fun. It's so much more fun, chat. I realized the other night, I was like, I'm having so much more fun on stream than I was like a year ago. I think Nana would be easier to date than Finster. Maybe. As long as you don't throw up in her car. I've heard she doesn't like that very much. Seemed like Nana had a very high voice prior to surgery, but then it helps her to hit the same range. I honestly don't notice the voice at all. I guess I haven't listened to her talk that much, but I didn't notice. It's like if I didn't know that she had voice surgery, I probably would not have noticed. Don't tell Nano I said that, but if you keep using your girl voice, it settles in and sounds great. Yeah. Well, when I first start using girl voice, it usually sounds really good, but after about 5 minutes, it starts to sound a little bit more like this, and I have to kind of remember to kind of, all right, relax raise the larynx, relax the throat, talk in a different way, and then do that, and then it works really well, and then you start to forget, and you're like, hi guys, my name is Astra, and then you gotta turn it back down to the girl voice, and it's like, yeah. That voice surgery did no difference. Yeah, I didn't like notice anything. It's very noticeable right after she got it done, but like all things leveled out, so she just sounds similar to the way she used to. But what I'm saying is she sounded like a female to begin with, so perhaps the surgery just makes it more natural for her to sound feminine? Maybe. Maybe. Very minimal difference at all. She got ripped off? Maybe. But it's in California and all gets paid for anyway. Just be you the way you are. Well, what if I like to take estrogen and cut off my balls? I do want orkies. I do want an orky. Straight up want to see if I can get an orky before my insurance runs out. I wanna see if I can do that. I don't know if I will be able to, but I want to. Chat, could I like stick my balls in a microwave and then get cancer in my balls so that I get free weed and then I get a free orchiectomy? Could you imagine? All it takes to get free weed and a free orchiectomy is just sticking your balls in a microwave. Bold move. You're cooking schemes. We're scheming, chat. It's like when I play chess and I have to concentrate on playing chess. Big whoop. After you get good, it's like cycling. Yeah, boys, it's not so hard to keep doing if you practice. I just gotta practice more. Baby Jesus. Isn't Orky a dog breed? That's Corgi. Or Yorkie? Were we talking about Nano or Finn when we have Astra right here? Yeah, exactly! Exactly! Exactly, chat, right? You have fangs? Kinda. I don't know if you can see them, but... I got kinda like down here, too. Alright, I need to like go and you can do it, Astra, cut your motherfucking balls off. Alright, chat. We're doing it live. Orchiectomy live! Little Nicky movie reference. I love Little Nicky. That's a good movie. Good Adam Sandler movie. Anyway, chat, I gotta go to fucking... I gotta go to Walmart. I gotta go to Walmart. I gotta go to Walmart, and I gotta go to Tampa. Bold move. No, don't. The microwave thing, just practice. Play an MMO on voice chat, pretending to be real. When found out, make another account. 1,000 hours, it'll be good. Thanks for the raid last time. Hell yeah. Alright, chat, I will be live again. Not tomorrow, but probably the day after tomorrow. Where are the people at Walmart? Yeah. Or farm implements to form Orky, I wouldn't recommend. Anyway, chat, thank you for watching. I'll be live again later. Goodbye!